Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Ebola comes to New York City. It's just a matter of time. No one on the subway. I got to say, on the subway in today, I did see one lady holding a paper towel when she was holding on to the...
Did you really?
Yeah. But I mean...
That's not so bad, though.
There's literally on any given car on the subway I take, there's, I don't know, several hundred people. I mean, it's jam-packed. You're like sardines in there. And one lady holding a piece of paper while she's holding the thing, if that's the weirdest thing you see on the subway ride, it's a pretty tame subway ride.
I mean, there's got to be at least one person in all of New York now walking around in a full, hazmat suit.
Yes, no, I know. My wife.
Oh.
My wife has, she's got a full-blown hazmat suit, has Saul in it. And, yeah, we have, Saul is now in a
Mila hazmat suit?
Mila and Saul, now they have these big blow-up plastic bags that they're walking around.
They're in those bubbles.
50,000 people died of the flu last year. All right? So if you are really concerned about Ebola, get a flu shot. Start there. Presumably, what you're afraid of is dying and getting really ill. So get a flu shot.
I'm specifically terrified of the Ebola virus itself. Not the whole getting sick part even.
Just the virus.
Just the virus.
I mean, quickly, a doctor who was working with Doctors Without Borders returned from West Africa where he was helping Ebola patients. He was very rigorous in monitoring his temperature and his health upon his return to the United States. He tried to more or less lay low, I think, while he was here, although he did go to a bowling alley in Brooklyn, and he did take 3 subway lines, which have now been ingrained in every New Yorker's psyche, the 1, the A, the L. And the moment that he had a temperature, which turns out not to be 103, but 100.3, he immediately called the health department and was whisked to Bellevue, where they have had extensive training in dealing with this. So the only people who appear to be in any type of jeopardy at this point are his girlfriend and perhaps one other person who he was in close contact with. You cannot get Ebola through sweat, according to the experts. That it is highly unlikely you can get it from someone who is coughing on a train, because if they are coughing, that means that Ebola has infected their lungs, and they have already suffered so much that they probably could barely get out of bed at that point. And would probably at that point already be one person who is being monitored and would be so sick that they would have already been hospitalized. So don't freak out.
There were some interviews with the neighbors that different outlets had, because I guess they were hoping for some sort of freak out reaction, like, oh no. But almost like all the neighbors were basically like, yeah, I'm really worried. For the guy, he's a great neighbor. He's a really good guy. Like,
right, of course. Of course. They're looking for freak outs, but I think, the thing is, you live in New York. I think
New York, baby.
Right, exactly. You've got some parents who are apparently trying to form Ebola parties so that their kids can go and get it now so that they can then become immune.